from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Kentucky Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Wildcats head coach pregame. He told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to next week, or this week will be a disaster. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Alabama's offense will be first on the attack. A top target in this passing attack is Noah Rogers. This guy has every tool you could want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Blitnikoff awards. The tradition and the position of receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop. So Kentucky's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
Yeah, Palmer, I don't feel bad for this quarterback, but I kind of feel bad for this quarterback because he's going against some monsters today. And he's had his own struggles, but these guys, man, they all can get after the quarterback. They can get tackles for a losses, get you in passing situations, and when they do, they hit you and hit you a lot and disrupt the timing. So he's got a tremendous challenge on his hands.
He's got a challenge. His offensive coordinator has a challenge, too, because he's got to find a way to make life easy for him, and that's easier said than done against this D-line unit. They have so much speed off the edge. Even the interior guys can collapse the pocket and get pass rush as well. So for the offensive coordinator, whether it's screens, nakeds, bootlegs, moving the launch point, draws, just trying to get the ball to this guy's hands early, that's going to be a big key.
They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide ready to roll on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Mack. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Using his legs, it's Hill. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They give it back to him. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And this is the beauty of getting in these third down and manageable situations. It makes it so much easier for an offense. Now you can run your RPO game, and everybody has to respect that run. I read it. He reads it correctly, spits it out on the perimeter right now. Your guy does the rest of the work. Nice third down execution.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Hand off for Baxter. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd and long here. Rides to the back. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Sets his feet, it's Ward. Makes the grab. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Right side, it's Jackson. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Baxter. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Handoff again. Nice move to keep running. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Money down, man. That's what coaches talk about. One of the first things they look at on the stat sheet is how did we do on third down executing, and how about this offense on this drive? 3 third-down conversions. That's how you sustain drives. That's how you become a great offense.
Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going for it all. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time.
Nice job rallying there by the defense. That's a play they needed to make. They're trailing. It's still early. Lots of football to be played, but that was an important down and distance in this one early.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Makes a grab and room to run. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this. in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Keeps it himself. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
So now on comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Maybe a crease. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Riley. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got enough for the first down. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown Tide.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Patterson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Turns up, it's Skinner. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Moving the pocket, it's Ward. Looking left. And they can't make the connection.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. They'll try it over the left side. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Needs it. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. Hand off for Baxter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right back to the well. Looking for a crease. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Slings it downfield. Holds on, it's Jackson. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Wildcats in the hurry-up. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Quick give. It's Baxter. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Keep it on the ground. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, here's Baxter. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in 3rd down and short. And look, the first down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out somehow, try to get some penetration, try to make a big play on 1st and goal that can maybe back them up.
They'll run it with Baxter. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Churns into the pile. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Making the adjustment. 4th down, Austin Mack. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Run it with the fullback. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Line getting set on 2nd down. Give to the fullback. He's got enough. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a 1st down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth.
Hand off to the fullback. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, they handed it off to the fullback, and a nice job by the strong safety coming downhill and making a tackle on a big physical ball carrier.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Cano. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll run it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll ride him again. There's a creep. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Back to pass, it's Ward. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out wide left, it's Baxter. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Keeps it on the option. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Patterson. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Got him on the RPO. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
The Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to pass. It's Ward. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Look out! And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Out wide right, it's Jackson. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. On the move, it's Hill. Rumbles across the 10, down at the 12-yard line after a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the running back. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Hits inside, it's Hill. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the back. Quarterback keeps it. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Kentucky spends its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. 3rd and 6 yards to go. They'll run it to the right. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The Wildcats call their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Making his 1st move. Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Fires on the move. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Ward. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. The sack makes it an even longer 3rd down chance for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not a lot of room to field this one. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A designed run for the quarterback. He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Throwing Russell. Hauls it in. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Making the adjustment on the play. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Dropping back, it's Ward. Rush right in his face. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Myers on the move. It's complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Fresh set of downs going up top. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the number 4 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Orange, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Kroger Field. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
Deep in the end zone, it's Patterson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Tide head coach coming out of the locker room. This is the moment his defense has to get organized. They have been a little problematic here in this first half, giving up too many points. And now, with the opponents getting the ball to start the second half, they do not want that momentum and a positive offensive output right here to change this game. He said our defense has to make a statement and make a stand, and it starts right now. Reese?
Okay, Holly.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
2nd and long here. RPO complete. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Ivory. He's past the sticks. Finding some room. Inside the touchdown, Kentucky. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide ready to roll on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Russell fires to the big fella. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for the marker. And he's not even going to come close to the marker on 4th down.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Looking for room, it's Patterson. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Patterson. The pass is incomplete. Thought they might catch the defense napping, but it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Kentucky sends out the punting.